They have an internship from Tesla, SpaceX, Microsoft, OpenAI, and you're just like, how did this person get there? But then when you actually talk to them, or you just dig through enough of their history, you just find out that, hey, they started exactly where you are. You know, they started off small.
ラングエージごちゃミックス人生、皆さんこんにちは、マイクです。このエピソードから、そうですね、もう本格的にそのコーホース WMC として、基本的には彼が一緒にこう出てもらうようになるので、またちょっと日本語でもう一回自己紹介お願いしてもいいですか？
はい。まあ、改めまして、また出演させてもらいました。マックスです。そうですね。マイクとはもう高校からずっと友達でして、今はちょっとアメリカで、大学に通ってます。まあね、もし詳細のことは知りたかったら、多分エピソードなんだっけな。最初出演したエピソードはいつだっけね。
エピソード5だね。
5だね。OK。うん。じゃあ、エピソード5に飛んでもらえれば、多分、もっと詳細にもう全部掘り下げて、まあ、よろしくお願いいたします。
はい、ありがとうございます。はい。では、そうだね。今回なんだけど、初めてこの番組で、英語縛りやってみようと思うんですよ。
はい。
で、英語縛りって言ってもなんかその響きで縛りって言ったらなんかもう無理やりこう英語だけ喋れって言われてるように聞こえる。
うん。無理やりとはいかないと思うね。なんだろう。急に言葉か単語が出なくなってつまずくぐらいかな。
そうだよね。で結構意外とできるはずなんで、ただその、マックスとは基本会った時は日本語で話すことが多いから多少こうちょっと最初は不慣れなところもあるかもしれないんですけど、
はい、
でも2人ともねアメリカの大学行ってるわけだから
そうですからね。
だから、まあ、英語でつまずいてたらダメでしょっていう。
英語でつまずいてたらね、まあ、10年ぐらい台無しにしたようなもんですから。まあ、そこも面白みかだと思いますんで。
まあそうだね。ちょっとつまずいてるところ、こんなとこでつまずくんやっていう、なんか面白い発見がところどころあるかもしれないんで、その辺も見てもらえたらなと思います。じゃあここからちょっと、英語に切り替わってもう一回軽く今日何をするかっていうのを説明しようかな。Hi, so today for the first time ever in this channel, we're gonna try at least to only speak English. We'll try to stick to English, but you know, if English was our only language, like this would be nothing. But unfortunately, like in this case, unfortunately, we do speak more than 3 languages, like both of us. So
yeah, we'll be tempted to speak the other ones.
Exactly. Like our brains could be confused like time by time. Because when we talk to each other during our private times, we switch between both.
Yeah,
it's not like we're trying to switch.
It's just convenient.
Yeah, exactly. When we're trying to find a word and we just can't find it with one language, we just say it with the other.
Yeah.
It's
like we both know.
It's just how it works.
Yeah.
So we'll just try to see if we can stick to one. And the hard part about this is that we both know that we can speak other languages.
Yeah.
And like for us it's Japanese, right? The other language is Japanese. So we know that we both speak Japanese, and especially for Max, we speak Japanese most of the times.
Yeah. That's our primary language.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a little weird for us, but I don't know, like for me, because I live in Japan, right? My English gets a little rusty every once in a while.
No.
But once I find a native speaker and maybe like I share a seat with them at an izakaya and we like talk for a few hours, my English is suddenly back.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah. No, it's the same as like if you went to another country with a heavy accent and then you come back to the country that you first learned English, you get back to your accent right away.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that things will get smooth, and what's funny is that we're trying to film another episode after this in Japanese. So I have a feeling that by the time we're used to speaking English, we're gonna have to go back to Japanese. So we're just teasing our brains at this point.
At this point, you guys are gonna hear the most gaijin Japanese there exists.
Yeah, and it's unintentional.
And for this episode, you're stuck with the Indiana Hoosier accent from me.
I'm probably gonna be speaking a little slower because I was more in the western part of the U.S. So I think it's gonna be interesting. And Max is probably gonna be a little faster, a little quicker when he's speaking. But for me, I think I'm gonna be a little slower, to be honest.
Okay. Well, whichever works, honestly. Yeah.
But English is English, so.
English is English, right? Yeah. You'll be able to understand it. English is English.
Yeah, that's about it. And let's go into the intro. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
When I was thinking of questions to ask, because, since it's our first English episode, the first thing that came up to my mind was, I was like, I think the best option for me is to kind of show how your life goes, or like how your life is in the States compared to Japan. Because we could compare your experiences to my experience, but I just wanted to give everyone an idea of how your day goes in a foreign country as a student. So my first question, or my first thing I wanted to ask you is, I want you to walk me through your routine.
Right.
First, on a regular day.
Okay.
For you right now, school still hasn't started yet, right?
No, school hasn't started. It's not going to start for another week.
Yeah. So let's say a regular day, as in your first week of school, or second week of school, and things are still going a little slow. And after walking me through that, now I want you to walk me through how your day goes on something like a finals week. So it's two completely, totally different types of day, especially for a student. So first, I want to walk me through your regular day.
Okay. Well, I got 3 actually, not just the finals week. But let's start with the beginning of the semester. So beginning of semester, we have this thing called syllabus week, right? So it's basically the professors introduce you to the course. You're not exactly doing anything. You're just this is what's the course going to be like? How hard is it going to be? And those classes you seriously have to go to know what exactly you need for the course, what kind of questions you will ask, or how available the professor is, or any kind of help that you get. So, unfortunately, I have been cursed with the earliest classes for 5 straight years now. 7:30 classes, 5 years in a row. I have not been able to get out of this curse. And so is my current semester. I have straight 7:30 classes every single week. So, my routine, at least in the beginning of semester, is going to start with, I have class at 7:30. My apartment is about 30 minutes or so from my lecture. So On a good day, I wake up at 6:30. On a bad day, I wake up at 6:50.
That's a huge 20-minute difference.
Yeah, that's a on a bad day I wake up at 6:50 and it's basically just douse myself in water in the shower and then get out, do your hair, and then that's 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, you get dressed, no breakfast, not anymore. And I just hop on my scooter, electric scooter, not the moped. And I just blast down the campus. And just 5 minutes before the lecture, I'm in the class. And we'll see what happens from there. Either I'm falling asleep or I'm actually listening. We don't know which is which. I can fall asleep with my eyes open at that point. That's your typical college life kind of schedule for morning.
So, you know how you commute with your scooter, your electric scooter?
Yeah.
Is that pretty often, or like is that pretty like common, like around your area?
Yeah. No, because public transport, Japan is spoiled by very, very good public transport. Our public transport is, if the app says it's going to come at 6:50, it's probably going to come at 7:20. Right? And then the app has the tracking on the bus, but the issue is they didn't make it right. So one instance, the bus might be at the north of the campus, and then you refresh the page, it's at the exact opposite end of the campus. So it's like, where's my bus? I can't do shit with this. So yeah, it's you either commute by bicycle or you commute by electric scooters if you have a car. Well, you're in the rich guy's territory, so that's not an issue for you. But yeah, buses for really coming back from school when you don't need to, rush to anything.
Wait, so when you commute with your scooter,
Yep.
is there a place to park it, or do you like fold it and like bring it to class?
I have a bike lock. So the good thing about a campus life is there's bike locks, bike racks everywhere, and then you can just lock it to the bike rack as long as you have a good enough lock.
I was about to say it.
Yeah, as long as you have a good enough lock that nobody can get into, and unless they have an angle grinder, you're pretty much you're okay. I'm not gonna say bulletproof, but you're okay, right?
That was literally my second question, because
Yeah.
I have a friend. I have a friend back in Hawaii who used to commute with a bicycle to school, and of course, we also have those bike racks where like you just kind of tie your bike to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a really good lock. It was a really good lock. He said it was a pretty pricey lock, to be honest with you.
Oh,
and
okay.
The lock worked fine.
Oh, what did it? Oh shoot. Okay.
But after class,
Yeah.
when he went to pick his bike up,
Yep.
basically the only thing left
Was his lock.
exactly. Well, it was his lock and the bike frame
Yep.
and the seats.
And the tires are gone.
The tires were gone.
Okay, well,
And like this was like at the time,
yeah.
it was the funniest shit ever. But as like the days passed by, I was like, damn, I feel so bad now.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I was tempted to ask, like,
Yeah?
if it's okay to lock, if it's okay to trust those bike racks. But
Look.
I guess you haven't encountered those yet.
Okay, well, there's different levels for each cities, right? There's your campus level, which is basically your tutorial for security. And then there's your normal residential area, which is like, it's kind of okay. Then you have your city. And then on top of all of that, you have New York. Yeah, right? So So if you're in the campus life, you're kind of fine with most locks, even if it's the kind of locks that you can just chop off with a scissor. You're fine. You're pretty much fine. You know, the worst they'll do is they'll make your bike grow on trees instead of on the ground. So, but if you go to New York, the thing is, you can have your beefiest lock that you're gonna need like 5 diamond discs to cut, but then you go in there to do DoorDash, and then you come out after 5 minutes, that thing is gone completely.
That's true, man.
Yeah. So on campus, you're still fine, right? But if you do leave it out in the open, it'll grow on trees within 30 seconds. Right? That's a tradition, right? Every single fall, we have freshmen coming in, don't lock their bikes, and guess what? It's gonna grow on tree within 30 seconds. You know, you come out of your lecture, you just gotta see like, oh shit, today is a very, very nice harvest that we have 5 different bicycles on these branches. What the hell's going on? Right? And we have many trees. We have a lot of trees in campus, so think about how many bikes are up there. Yeah.
It's funny. Okay.
So lock your bikes.
Okay, yeah. Lesson, lock your bikes.
Lock your bikes. Preferably, not sponsored yet, kryptonite locks.
Kryptonite locks.
Yeah. Those are more trusty than most locks.
Okay, so so I can picture your morning now. How do you transition from your morning to like how do you spend the rest of your day?
So, well, it's usually morning classes, and then after it ends, you have about like 5 hours of free time with nothing to do until you hit your afternoon classes. Our campus is great in a way that there's a lot of places for you to study. There's the big library. There's in each department building. There's cafe areas with a lot of tables. There's also lounges for students of each major. So all of those places you can just stay between your classes and just start doing work. You know, if you have the luxury of a transportation device such as a bicycle that has not been stolen yet, you can definitely ride across campus to your favorite spot to study, right? So there's popular places like the library, which is kind of always full. So what I do is there's a place called Croc. Not crack. And that's like our student organization building, right? So all the organizations on campus, they have a office there, and our members are able to use some of these offices. So it's exclusive, so it's nice. I just go there, and it's about like a 10-minute ride from the lecture halls. And I stay there until I get my work done or my ass is numb, so whichever one comes first. And then I go to my next lecture, and then meet up with some friends after lecture, go to dinner in the dining hall, if my budget still allows it. So, yeah, and then about that, they were about to hit 6 p.m. or something like that. And after that, it's just, go back home, or you can stay at the campus until the bus run out, and you have to ride in the dark.
Which you don't want to do.
Which you don't want to do. Yeah. You ride like 8 p.m. in Chicago. Well, yeah, okay, good luck.
Oh, yeah. Hell no.
I don't know.
Man or woman don't matter.
Man or woman don't matter unless you have like a FBI on your back. You don't want to do that.
I don't even know if we can trust FBI's at this
Oh, bro. I have no idea. Oh, yeah. Man or woman doesn't matter unless you're Batman, I think.
True.
So that's a typical day for a student.
For you personally, is it more common to eat dinner on campus or cook on your own, or like maybe at your place instead?
So for me, because of the prices, I've been cooking more and more. Sad reality. But if I have something scheduled for later that afternoon, I'll probably eat dinner on campus with them before we go and do whatever stuff that we planned. But if there is nothing, then I'll just go back home and start cooking dinner. Probably cook my breakfast as well, so I can pick it up in the morning without spending 30 minutes cooking.
Right. What's your go-to meal for
Go to
dinner?
meal? For dinner. Tendon.
Tendon.
Oh fuck, is that Japanese now? Tendon? Should I use an accent like a tendon? Tendon? What the hell should I say?
What are we supposed to say? We're supposed to say like tempura rice bowl. Come on, man. Tendon, man.
Tendon's fine. Alright. Tendon.
Bro, that's not an easy meal to cook. What the hell?
Well, it's like, I mean, I did it just this morning, actually.
You kind of cook on a regular basis, so like that's definitely not the standards. Like for me,
Yeah.
like, well, I can cook, but it's not even about that. When I was a student, I was like, whatever's quick and whatever's there. So I'm like, what's in my fridge? I'm like, there's only eggs and cheese. So I'm gonna make an omelet, of course.
I mean, you're not wrong, actually. Like, if it's like the easiest thing that I can cook, it's just tomato and eggs, right?
Exactly.
Just
exactly.
chop everything up and slap it in. But it's like if I'm not dead, that's something that I would like to have, right? So I mean, if I'm dead, the go-to is like tomato and eggs. Just stick it in there and then stir fry it. Right. If I'm too dead, Popeyes.
Popeyes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I'm so happy you said Popeyes. We all love Popeyes, don't we?
Oh yeah. I mean, we have a Chick-fil-A on campus, but Popeyes.
Oh no, Popeyes. It's like, I don't know. For me, when I was like down bad in Hawaii, I would just like drive through Popeyes, and of course I'd get like the 10-piece one or whatever it is. I'll go with I'll take a friend with me, and we'll get like the 10-piece one or whatever it is. And what I also love about Popeyes is the fucking sweet iced tea, bro. Have you ever tried the sweet iced tea in Popeyes?
Oh yeah, of course.
Bro, that shit diabetes, but I love that.
Diabetes, but it slaps.
It slaps like crazy. And like, cause we don't have those type shit in Japan, right? So
No. Teas,
like,
okay, one thing. Teas are sweet in the States. Right. You want unsweet tea, you gotta search for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, even if it's the worst thing you could do to your body, it slaps when you're down bad.
Slaps.
And if you're in college, like you'll be down bad every 2 days.
Yeah, every 2 days, or it's just like every time there's an assignment they have to do. It's just shit. I need something to get me through the night.
Exactly. Okay, so let's say you cook dinner.
Mm-hmm.
What time do you go to bed, and like what do you do until then?
Do you want my ideal answer, or do you want my real answer?
I want your ideal answer.
You want my ideal answer? Okay, what time do I go to bed, right? So, when I have my shit together, right, it's probably ranges from 10 p.m. to 12.
10 p.m. to
Right.
12.
Right, so it's just like, hey, I've kind of done my thing for the day, and then, when I've gotten back home at like 6 or 7, I already took a shower. It's just like I eat, I get sleepy, I go on the bed, we're done. Right, that's the ideal. Now for the real answer. The range goes from anywhere from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. tomorrow.
It's a 12-hour span.
Because it depends whether that assignment they have to do is due at 11:59 or if it's due at 11:59 tomorrow. Right? Or it also depends whether you've studied 30% of the way for your exam or you've studied 90% of the way for your exam. Right? And whether your exam is at 7:30 or in the morning or it's at 7:30 at night. So
That's crazy. You have exams at 7:30 at night?
Oh yeah, people's gotten it at like worse. 8 p.m. 2-hour exam.
No
It finishes at
way.
10. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. It's our professors are like, we don't make the schedules. Go talk to the administration, right? I'm not trying to screw you guys over.
That's mad though. Like honestly, 7 a.m. sounds just as bad, but honestly, if you're living a healthy life schedule, 7 a.m.
Yep.
doesn't even sound that bad. Like 7
Yeah.
p.m. sounds worse if anything.
Dude, 7 p.m. It's whenever there's a 7 p.m. exam, I take a nap from 4 to like 6
Damn,
before I go.
That's holy aura, man.
I'm just like, it's like, I've studied enough, but my brain is going to be dead already, so might as well, right?
The
Do some
audacity
refreshment.
to sleep for 2 hours before the exam and like you can just pull it off like that, bro. Holy aura, man.
No, man. Well, okay. The issue is the way that I sleep is 0. You got your airport pillow, and then you're just like, on the building beside the exam hall. You're just on one of the benches. And it's like you have your coat over your head. It's like, who's this homeless dude? Who's this?
You just lost your aura there.
I just lost it. No, I gained some negative aura right there. We're going into the negatives with that one.
Well, I mean, you kind of answered my question too with like
Yeah.
how your finals week looks like. So like on a bad day, like that's the span we're looking for. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. is like the sleep you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, well, cause that's the span of whether. Yeah, when I'm gonna go to bed. It's not how much sleep I'm gonna get. It's how much when am I gonna go to bed? I have honestly no idea.
7 a.m. is wild, bro.
Oh man, dude, I've brought the worst thing that I've done with regards to sleep is I've brought an air mattress to campus and inflated it on campus.
Are you serious? Where the hell
Yeah.
in campus did you do that shit?
Well, it's like this, right? So I have an organization that I run where we were running a regional competition, right? And then we reserved like pretty big halls, right? Because it's a robotics competition and everything. We need a field that we have to build. And there's a lot of space in the corners. So I just thought, well, it's 2 days where none of us are going to sleep at all for these 2 days. I have an air mattress. So it's probably a good idea. Yeah, and then, we inflated it. We got a couple of people on there throughout the day.
That's insane, bro.
No, man.
It's insane, man. You sound like you sound like you're talking about war or some shit, bro. Why are you like in fucking Japan working conditions when you're talking about this shit? Like people just sleeping in their offices, like.
I mean, okay, here's a fun trivia. Okay, there is this thing called the most overworked university ranking in America.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think we placed in the past few years?
Well, I did kind of get the answer last time, so I do know the answer is first place. But come on, man. Come on.
So I don't know. Our school motto is called grit, right? We've trademarked that thing basically at this point. Right. So, well, there's a reason why, employers are like, hey, you're from Purdue? Okay. Well, at least hear you out before we cast you out the door. Let's see what you've done.
It's insane, man. Holy shit.
So, yeah. That's a, I don't know, not typical business student. Typical engineering student.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten out of engineering for some reason. I've kept the engineering schedule to some degree.
Oh yeah.
Oh, It's fun though. It's fun though.
That's good. That's good, honestly.
Yeah. Just think about it. Couple of engineering people just going through the night with just Monster and pizza. That's as college as you get.
What a combo, bro. Monster and pizza, man.
Monster and pizza. Well, if you have any conscience about health, maybe you'll stick to Celsius instead of Monster.
I personally don't like energy drinks, so
I don't too.
So fuck Celsius, but
Yeah, well,
fuck Celsius, fuck both of them. But I guess that's how it looks in reality, especially for engineering students. Then
yeah. I mean, I have caffeine intolerance, as in so still drink it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Literally, it is what it is.
Okay, so that's a wild start, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But okay, let's move on to people.
All right.
I'm sure you've encountered a lot of people. I mean, in your very first 2 episodes, we kind of went through how you were born in Japan, and then you moved to Canada for a bit, and then you came back, and then now you're in the States. So you've been through various geographic places, yeah. You've definitely encountered a ton of people. And no matter how deep your relationship is with like all those people, I'm sure you have traits or like pet peeves within people's behaviors or just like people in general. So like, I want you to give me 3 pet peeves that you just can't take, like, no matter what.
Well, they're all very Japanese, I have to tell you.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
well, the last one isn't. The last one isn't Japanese, right? The last one is anti-Japanese, I say. Right? Okay, but the first one, right? You're in a dining hall or you're in like a establishment, classroom, whatever. We have chairs. Hopefully we have chairs. Right? And you finish using them. And some people just leave it right there.
Oh, you mean like they don't push it back in?
Yeah, you don't push it back in.
Oh, the people just leave it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just leave it right there, right? And then it's just like, I'm carrying my dining court shit, and then I don't see your chair, and just like it's all over the place now. Cause you left your chair there. Well, that's one. That's especially fueled by my experience working in the food industry. Right. But I've worked in Japan where everybody's very polite, push your chairs in, wipe your tables before you go. Well, and then guess what? You have your college kids that don't push their chairs in, but also their tables are, all over the place. They've put their leftovers on the on their plates, doesn't clean up, you can just see. It's like it's a Japanese student who's been here. Oh, never mind. This is the typical American student who's been here.
Right.
Right, you can see the Texas on there. You can smell the Texas from a mile away from that table. That's one.
Okay.
Right, that's one. The second one is also chairs. I have a lot of issues with chairs.
What is it with chairs, man?
Now this is it's a very sad reality, right? So chairs and benches here are all bolted.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. In Japan, right, you just be like, chairs outside, and then just you can move them wherever you want, and then position them however it's comfortable with you. Here, they're either, 1, bolted onto concrete, or 2, they're connected with the table.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then you can't move them. And they're always, I don't know why, they're always positioned in a way that makes you the most uncomfortable. Now it's just like either your gut is getting cut or it's way too far that you're gonna need Kevin Durant to reach your meals. Right? It's like it's one of the other. You don't get the perfect I don't know. I'm not 6'7", but I don't consider myself short just yet. So I'm just thinking, right? There's a lot of people who's still shorter than I am. How are you gonna reach that? Right? Get Kevin Hart on that seat. He's gonna be like, holy shit, my arms don't reach.
What the fuck? I get you though. It's like, yeah, I definitely see a lot of those benches bolted with the chairs.
Yeah.
And if anything, they're both bolted to the ground, right?
Oh yeah, they're both bolted to the ground.
But that's fucking cause a lot of that's cause everyone steals shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's what I mean. It's a sad reality. It's like, you gotta do it. It's inconvenient. It's inconvenient as fuck. But you gotta do it.
You know what's crazy though?
No?
Like, you wouldn't even think about stealing chairs or like tables until you hear about this story, or like until you hear about this reality.
As I think about like the hassle that you would have to go through to sell that thing, right?
Bro, imagine seeing a random dude with a fucking chair, or not like a chair, but like the fucking whole bench. He's like carrying on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Just randomly walking on a like pedestrian like street.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you supposed
It's like, why would you do that? It's like, how are you gonna? What are you gonna do? Put it on your balcony? How are you gonna sell that thing?
What you supposed to? What the fuck?
Right? I know U.S. Steel isn't doing very nice right now, but you don't have to go that far for steel.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. In Japan, you wouldn't even think about it. It's just like, where the hell am I gonna put that? It's a waste of space, right? But it's here. You get people who's stealing chairs, who's stealing tables. You know, they're stealing. If they can, they'll steal the glass off of your window if they can, and then guess what? They'll go as far as cutting the cables that's connecting your car and your trailer. That copper in there, that is very, very pricey. So they'll steal that.
Whatever with the physical form, man.
whatever with the physical form that it's gonna make you a single buck is gonna be gone next day.
Absolutely.
No, yeah. That's the second one. The third one, right? Now I've chewed out the states enough, right? Japan, is your turn. You know, when we meet, okay, let me ask you a question. When we meet a new person, whether it's business or just, you know, like a person in the street that we've decided to meet, how does a typical Japanese person greet that new person?
There's a lot going on, but definitely body language and just like language in general, because, you know, we do have different levels of being polite and politeness. Yep. So in terms of language, we definitely, well, here's the part where I kind of have to use a little bit of Japanese terms, right?
Yeah, okay.
Because
okay, let's just say professionally, right? You're in a professional setting and you're greeting that person, right? There might be a client or something.
As much as you want to be friendly, you still have to use not just keigo.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about your side, you gotta use kenjogo.
Kenjogo. Yeah.
Kenjogo.
Kenjogo.
Which is the activity to lower yourself down. And then when you're talking about the other person, you gotta use sonkeigo.
Yeah.
Which is to praise the other person up.
Mm-hmm. To lift them up.
To lift them up. So you're creating this professional distance with language, and then body language wise, you know, it's not like you're gonna dap him. Of course, you're gonna be, you know, while you politely, verbally introduce yourself, you're gonna be, you know.
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah.
There we go. It's the samurai bow, you know.
Yeah, it's a samurai bow, you know.
It's a samurai spirit, yeah. But that's like the two main things, yeah, when we greet people.
Yeah. Well, you kind of showed it there, right? It's like whenever, as soon as you got into the mode, your shoulders come in and your hands are on the front, and then you're all tight together. It's like we're not playing volleyball here, but for some reason, are we playing volleyball or are we just bowing? But whatever. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So we're clients, right? If we're greeting somebody and then we're a client or a customer or anything, right? In Japan, it's just like you make yourself as small as possible, right? And make yourself as worthless as possible, to be honest, at this point. And then we go from there. That plays a big part in how they see you, how, if you don't do that, you're impolite, and then, they don't like you very much. One thing, because most of my professional career is in the States right now, right? How we greet people is just like, hi, my name is Max, shake hands. Right? And this is what I do. Open, very confident. The Donald Trump gestures. That we do. Right? And it's like, oh, we do this and it's great. It's one of the greatest things that we have ever done. And we would like to bring greatness to your company. Whatever. And, it's confidence first. Of course, respect. But it's confidence first, and then we're here to do business, and we're standing on equal footing. And that's efficient. But, in Japan, courtesy comes first. You gotta please the person before you please the progress. And, especially emails. In America, you send an email just like, hi, Tom. We have a meeting at 12. This is what we're gonna discuss. Sincerely. Bye. In Japan. Hello, Mr. Tanaka from this company, this company, this district, and this business unit. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We've been together so long, and then it's been so virtuous and so fortunate that we've been able to do business together. Blah, 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 blah. Right. It is very shameful, and I am very sorry for asking this, but please could we have some time out of your very, very busy day in order to do a meeting together at this hour of this time? If it is at all possible for you to accommodate our time, we will be very grateful for our sorry ass. That's not even half the email yet, right? We haven't gotten through even the important part. We've already used 2 times the amount of text that a typical American email would do. Right? It's like I showed an email to one of my friends. They're like, the hell are you talking about right there? Why is this so long? And it's just like, get to the point. I don't want to read all your shit.
That's for sure. Like, not just written, but spoken as well. Like this is the most casual example I can give you, but my brother, I have a younger brother, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're 5 years apart, so he's 19, or he's 18 turning 19. And it's his first year in university right now. To me he's a cute little brother, but when he asks me a favor, especially recently, a lot of it has to do with driving him somewhere, especially in this summer heat. We all don't want to walk, we all don't want to bike. We want an easy, chill ride to wherever we want to be, yeah? So what my brother does is he comes up to my room, he knocks on my door. I can already tell he's going to ask me a favor. Because when he comes at my door, knocking properly, he usually just opens the door. When he knocks on my door, opens the door, the first thing he's going to tell me, he's going to call me, is Oni-sama. It's like saying my dearly brother, my dear brother, my dear beloved brother, or whatever it is. It's like the most respect you can put on calling our brother. It's like Oni-sama. Yeah. And you can kind of sense that he's rushing it. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like saying all this bullshit. He's like all over the place. So I stop him. I'm like, stop. What the fuck is your point? It's like, go straight to your fucking point. Like, you trying to bullshit everything is kind of making it worse, if anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just go straight to your point. Say where, what time,
Yep.
and what you want me to do. That's it.
Yeah.
If I say no, it's a no.
Yeah.
But
You do it that way. Yeah.
Exactly. But if anything, I'm most likely to say yes the more you're direct to the point.
Exactly.
So
Right, it's-
I don't know how the Japanese society prefers all the politeness and courtesy of being polite and shit, but for me, I definitely prefer straightforward.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's just like, hey, my time is not free. Not exactly.
Yep.
Especially in business.
Yep.
So, that 2 minutes, that just costed you 200 yen. It's kind of cheap, though, actually. But yeah, that just costed you a drink, basically. Right? And if you went straight forward with me, the worst you're going to get is a no. But because you were bullshitting with me, the worst you're going to get is an ass whooping. Yeah, so that's my last and pet peeve that it's probably going to get me in trouble when I go back to Japan.
True.
Yeah.
You do gotta get used to the standards here.
Yeah, wherever you go, you follow the tradition there.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you want to do business.
Now, well, I don't know. I just want to ask you your top red flag signs. But then
Ooh.
I feel like this red flag concept is used a lot with romantic relationships. So, I want you to give me one from a romantic relationship and one for a friendship. For friends, like, oh, I'm done. Like, I can't be friends with this dude. Or, like, I can't be friends with her. And, like, what's wrong
Right.
with, like, a romantic relationship?
You're asking a guy currently has no girlfriend, you know that, right?
You must have a red flag. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Especially if you're being cautious with it, then you must have a red flag.
Oh, yeah, definitely I do. Let's start with a friendship one, right? You ask something about them. Most likely it's just like, hey, what did you do during the weekend? And you're damn sure that they actually did something. But they're like, oh, I didn't do shit. I was like, okay. I'm just gonna let you be that kind of friend. I'm not gonna say shit to you. You're not gonna say shit to me. We'll keep it at that. More like business partners. Because I damn sure know that if you're doing mahjong on the day before our big event and getting pissed drunk, that you have a hangover on the day where you're supposed to be doing the MC. Well, damn sure I know that. So be straight with me. True story.
It's pretty straightforward, though.
Pretty straightforward.
And I agree. I definitely agree.
I was just like, and I can take most bad news. And usually, if it's like, oh, do you want the bad news or do you want the good news? I can take the worst news first. So give it to me straight, so we can solve this as one team. But if you don't give it to me straight, I can't do shit for you. So, that's that. Well, romantic, really. Oh man, for romantics, any woman that actively comes to me, I tend to avoid. I was like, oh, first time meeting, and then they're very friendly. Very too friendly. They ask too many questions. I was like, okay, she's either gonna end up being very provocative, or she's gonna end up being very. God damn it! See, this is the problem with having multiple languages. I have the term in Japanese. I don't have the term in English. Right? She's either gonna be, that expression that in Japan it's like you're tying somebody with a rope. No. I mean, it's just what is it? They're gonna be very overbearing. Let's just say it like that.
Okay.
All right. And it's just like, you don't reply to their messages for, 5 minutes. They're like, what the fuck? Right? And then you're just like, okay, fine. I'm not really going to talk to you because I have better things to do. Right?
I have a life.
Yeah, I have a life. And, I'm on break. I'm halfway across the world. Your 4 p.m. is my 4 a.m. So I'm not going to really talk to you like that. And as soon as you go back to campus, well, guess what? In front of everybody in the business building, she starts shouting at you like you just broke her heart. I was like, bitch, what did I do to you? We're not in a relationship. You have a fiance. Just saying. Right, so anything you want to say, go to your fiance, not me. I'm not responsible. So any woman that's way too friendly on first contact, there's something to do. There's something in the back of it that you don't want to know. Right. Usually, right, the more reserved that woman is, the less likely that there's something that is,
From those two different red flags with friends and with romantic relationships.
Yeah.
I can see you have a clear, like, straight way to separate friends and romantic relationships.
I mean, you share more, a lot more with a romantic partner. You will end up sharing a lot more. Well, the volume doesn't really compare. It's more like what angle of things you share, right? You might share one angle with a friend. It's the same thing, but it might be a different angle or perspective that you share with something with a romantic partner, right? It might be the same event, it might be the same incident, but you might share two different things.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess being cautious, though, is really, like, something we value a lot.
Yeah, because that somebody might just be somebody you share a bank account later on, so.
Well, there you go. Those are the red flags.
Yeah, there's a lot more where that came from, but, we can drink the tea slowly, not fast, all in one gulp.
Okay. This is going to be one of my last questions for you.
Oh, okay.
At least for this episode. I'm going to try to ask you something that you heard recently. But recently doesn't have to be like, last week or like last month.
Okay.
Whatever the most recent is for you, just count that as recently. But give me a quote that just hit you hard, or like that was just like inspirational for you. Whatever is the most recent one, but give me a quote that really hit you hard personally.
You asked it at a good time, actually. So, the story is I've been interviewing for positions in Japan, right? So, a lot of foreign companies, consulting companies, or like, manufacturing companies, a lot of them, right? And then, they all pay differently. They all compensate you differently. And, one of our shared friends, actually, he is currently in consulting, right? He's in one of the big firms. And he shares some wisdom, right? And the place that he's doing a lot of hard work, but he's progressed a lot further than many people in a couple of months that some people might not get there in a couple of years, right? And what he really said is like, he kicked an offer that paid 1.5 times more than he currently does, right? At least the base pay, right? We're not talking about bonuses. And the reason why he kicked it is like, well, if you join that company, yes, they pay more, but you're just going to be a cog in the system, right? The work that you want to do is choose what you like. It's not like a hobby. Hobby and job is different, but if it's something that truly interests you, even if it doesn't reward you as much monetarily, that's something that you should take. Because once you do that, right, you first have the initiative. The other thing is you're going to be the one that's irreplaceable. You're going to be the one that's in control because you're interested in it. You're going to search out for information. You're going to learn a lot more than other people who's there just doing the job. And because you have a purpose that drives you, you're going to go a lot further. And he has gone a lot further. So I'm at the stage where I'm searching for the next, the plan for the next 3 to 5 years, where I'm going to be at. And that's a good affirmation for, what kind of career I want to do. Right? It's just like, some people, they go to the, what a distributor is? We call them differently in Japan, but it's like a general distributor company for like a lot of products, like famous ones are like Itochu, Mitsubishi, shoji. They pay a lot, honestly. Right? You put on the bonuses, what they pay like 15 million yen or something. Yeah, like by the second year, you probably making 15 million yen or something like that. First year, you might be on the 7 million yen track, but second year, you're gonna blow off. Right? But it's just like, well, do you really like that? But there might be a job or like a position for a career that currently only pays 7 million. The second year they might pay you 8 to 9 million. That's a lot of big difference. But you're gonna understand that industry, right? That's gonna be your expertise niche. And what end up happening to you is you're gonna be irreplaceable in that industry. And in the long run, you're going to make a lot bigger of an impact and career than if you just went to that distributor company for that bigger paycheck. So yeah, some realism for students who's looking for a job right now, because I'm pretty sure some of these offers are going to look very, very, very attractive. And you might just be leaning to it because, hey, they pay a lot more. I'm going to be able to make a lot more money. And then I'm going to be able to do a lot of things in my downtime with my hobbies. Well, guess what? You're not going to have any time for your hobbies. Right, think about that too. That was last week, by the way.
When it comes to the beginning of our careers, it's really more than just money. When we say it's really about the money, that's when we end our careers.
Yeah, we're about to leave that market, and then we're just like, hey, it's about that last bonus that we get, or it's like the last however much stock that we're able to pull out on our contract. It's like we've already done all that we can, right? Now we're just gonna enjoy retirement. That's when the money starts to matter.
Literally with everything in life, man. Like from the smallest things, from the most unserious things to the real deal. Everything is literally not about how you start, it's about how you finish. As much as we want to start like really fast and really cool because we're we're young, we want to sprint that first start, Oh
yeah.
But as much as we want to rush that first bit, it's really about how we look at it when everything's said and done, which is like so hard for us young people to like accept, just because we're still on the starting edge of it.
It's like we're already thinking like, hey, we've gone through university, we've gone around many countries, you know. Oh yeah, a lot of people think that we're the shit, A lot of us think that we're the shit.
Oh yeah.
All right,
we're him. I'm him. Like I'm him.
I'm him with all capital letters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
So
think sometimes, and well, then you meet the CEO of your company in that interview, you're just like, oh shit, never mind. Right, he grinded for like 10 years in Taiwan before he went out to Korea, and then to Japan, and then, well, guess what? He's now the Asia VP or something, CEO, whatever title he holds.
Especially for people around our age, not just people who are still looking for their first job, but also for people trying to move jobs. It's definitely going to hit hard, because just the process of looking for a job, looking for a new job, looking for a first job, it's a testament of your composure. And it's like, how well do you know yourself? How well can you keep your composure and stick to what you actually want as a person and for your career? Because 95% of us are forced to change how we think during that process.
Oh yeah.
And it breaks your heart. But eventually, even if we don't think so at the moment, it is what makes us stronger. And I don't even know if we're gonna find our final form by the time we die. So
I swear, well, I'm just saying, Colonel Sanders,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How old was he when he found KFC?
Wasn't he like 63 or something?
Oh, was he that young? I thought it was like in his 70s or something.
Oh, really? When did Colonel Sanders?
I don't know. I just know he was old as shit.
Why are there some saying that it's 40s? Never mind.
No, it's because he tried something and he failed first.
Yeah.
But like KFC in general, though, he was old as
Oh
shit.
yeah. Then 73 years old. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're right.
73.
Fucking hell. People are like,
Bro, 73, bro.
73, man.
I don't even know if I can make it to 73. Come on, man.
With the amount of overtime I'm pulling, yeah, I have no idea.
Bro, 73.
Rather,
it's never too late, man.
People saying that, oh, I'm too late. No, bitch. There's still bodybuilders at 84.
Oh yeah, bro. Those people, man. Those people are they're like literally just built different.
Yeah. They're 84. They're still bodybuilding.
Like, I don't know how their bones are like so fucking strong, man.
Their bones are still. I was like, Jesus. You would think that their bone density is like sponges at that point, but no. You know the bodybuilder, Big Heyday?
No, maybe if I see a picture, I do.
Like
but...
big Hidetaka.
Hold on, let me search him up.
Yeah, just search up Big Hide. He's like a 50-something.
Holy sh!
He's like 50-something, and he last year?
Oh yeah, I do know this person. Yeah, I do know.
Right, last year he won like the Masters Olympia. This year he placed number 2 or something like that. And he wasn't even trying to win, and he just placed number 2 and won, for God's sake.
Come on, bro. He's big.
Oh yeah, he is big. That big title isn't for just show. He is big.
Damn.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he's still doing bodybuilding at that age. So, like people in their 30s just like, oh, I am too old to start doing sports. No, you're not.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely don't want to be that type of person,
Yeah. This is another thing that one of my friends says. It's just like, hey, it's like, we use LinkedIn a lot in the States, right? And you look on LinkedIn, you just see some like crazy profiles, like, oh, they've funded 5 startups, they're the president of this biggest organization in their university, right? They have an internship from Tesla, SpaceX, Microsoft, OpenAI. And you're just like, how did this person get there? Right? But then when you actually talk to them, or you just dig through enough of their history, you just find out that, hey, they started exactly where you are. Right? They started off small, and then they started building, and they just kept at it building without thinking that, hey, I'm too old, or my career's gone too far for me to do this. No. Or for many of us, it's more like, oh, I'm too young to be that successful. No. He's still 19. And he has that. He just started building from 15. Right? And he kept at it. So, it's never too young, or too old, or too far, or too soon for anything, and you just stick to what might seem mediocre, but then the more you build, the more extraordinary you get. Well, that's that.
Yeah, it's actually a perfect place to end. I hope. Well, I know I'm gonna be the one editing this, so I'm gonna be the first person to see how well we did. But I think we did pretty well.
Yeah. I think we had a good enough, content come out.
Yeah, cause for us, if anything, I don't think we're ever gonna be like this when we see each other at a karaoke or something, or like if we like just hang out in Japan or even in the States. I think we're gonna be speaking Japanese for most of the time. So, I think this is a really cool opportunity And
Yeah.
if anything, I'm able to prove I can actually speak English to my viewers.
Well,
so
yeah.
I'm not just this, con man who's trying to, advertise English-related content.
Yeah, it's just
and I
like,
can actually speak English,
Yeah, it's like he's not just chat GPTing all the scripts
Oh,
and trying to
yeah.
just, I don't know, some people in interviews, they still do that.
I mean, I could, man. If I had ChatGPT, I could sound like a CEO probably. But come on.
CEO
Come on,
Mike, yeah.
Come on, bro. CEO
Diary
Mike.
of a CEO.
Yeah, I hope our English episode went well, and maybe in the future with another guest, we could do this. Especially if the guest is like an only English speaker.
Yeah.
But we can definitely try this again.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
That is definitely going to be interesting. But I feel like the more English speakers we have, the more like our English is going to come back. I hope this is actually, well, I mean, even for our Japanese speakers, I hope this is like maybe like a conversational sample that you can study from. And for this one, actually, I'm going to leave out the cussing and stuff. No cover, actually.
Yeah,
let's see how that goes.
Let's see if we get demonetized or not.
Because come on, man. A native speaker will cuss. Come on, let's
Yeah.
be real with you. So I'm gonna keep the curse words on here. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that ends up. And I'm pretty sure from the next episode, we're gonna be back in our usual Japanese main.
Japanese.
Some words probably will code switch to English, but Japanese main again.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we're ready to end.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
All right.
Okay, let's go.